Hello, Aquarians. Welcome to another episode of Ethereal Tarot. My name is Carla. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign in this message, this tarot reading is for you. And Aquarians, your weekly reading will come out every Monday, so be sure to look for that every Monday. I'll be waiting for you. And while I'm shuffling here, just push subscribe. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything to support the channel, support me giving weekly readings and other bonus material. And I'm doing a giveaway. Enter the giveaway. The link is in the description box below. I'll also pin it in the comments for you. So there's a couple ways to get to it. And it's just a name and email address. And the giveaway is of this lovely deck of tarot cards. It's called Ethereal Visions. That's what's here on my desk here. And it's a beautiful deck. I've had them for years and I've used them for years and they don't look like they have any wear and tear. And you'll be able to see in my multi-view camera, you'll be able to see them up close and personal. So let's get started for Aquarians, please. Take in what resonates, let go of what doesn't. It is a general read, after all. And here we go. We've got Justice, Ten of Swords, the Well. And that's major arcana for the Ethereal Visions deck. And I'll let you know what that means. But it's a beautiful card, by the way. Beautiful card. And here we go. We've got more to bring out here. We've got Seven of Pentacles, sorry. Judgment, Temperance, lots of major arcana. Ace of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Moon. All right, so let's take a little look-see around the room. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. This is how I generally do my spreads, do my readings. I read from left to right, with the first path being the current situation, something that needs to come up into your field of awareness at this time. It's the current situation, usually the block, the challenge, something that, again, just needs to come up into your field of awareness if it already isn't. Then we head on over to the path of higher self. This is what God, spirit, angels, any higher realm beings, is what they want you to remember. We have all of the energy of the tarot in our being at any given time, and it's intrinsic to our being. And so higher self just wants to remind us. And so this is the message that they beautifully crafted for you to remind you, okay? And then we come to the path of the possible outcome. And I do say possible because free will is the strongest law in the universe. So I like to honor that. And we'll take a look at the energies to come, okay? Here we go. Let's start with the path of the current situation here. And we've got Justice, Ten of Swords, and the Well. Okay, Aquarius, I'm seeing maybe you're balancing out whether something needs to kind of, it's like you're hanging on to something that's not, you're balancing whether to walk away from something. Walk away from what? Something's posing some non-clarity at this time. Something's not clear to you at this time, and you're trying to figure out if you should walk away from it, let it go, leave the past in the past, and you're really trying to decipher what to bring with, how to heal from this, how to grow from this, and it's posing a conflict in this sense of really weighing out kind of like the pros and cons, trying to see how you can move on from this, from a situation, person, place, thing, situation. Give me more for Aquarians for their current line, please. Seven of Swords. Yeah. King of Cups. Yes, there's feelings attached to this. Okay, there's feelings attached to this situation. And they're kind of deep feelings. They're deep feelings. You are trying to, again, come at this place where you feel like there's liberation that's needed at this time. You want to know, you're trying to figure out and weigh out what to slash, what to take away, what to bring in, what to go forward with, how to heal, how to move on, how to deal with your feelings towards this. I want to go into my Astrology Soul deck. And this isn't a tarot deck, but it is an oracle, an astrological oracle deck. And it will give us a house. I just took out the houses so we can take a peek at which houses this might be happening for you, Aquarius. In the third house of I think. Okay, this is the house of Gemini. And there's lots of swords here. I mean, even the Justice, she's wielding a sword because she's trying to get to the truth of the matter, trying to figure something out. So I'll read what the third house means. This is the house of the mind and ideas. Here's where we see the concrete thinking, thoughts, communication, mental agility, and the capacity to relate to the most immediate and daily social environment, like siblings or neighbors, I think. Okay, so just because this card said it's, it could be siblings or neighbors, doesn't mean that it's necessarily siblings or neighbors, okay? This whenever it's the third house, it is our immediate surroundings. So I don't know if there's, it could be that you are trying to figure out how to leave a job. It could be how you're figuring out how to leave a relationship, how to buy another home, leave a home where you want to live. Something in your daily life, your daily routine, something that you get presented with every day. It's like you're trying to cultivate a new understanding of it, a new perception on it, a new perspective of it. But you're also trying to get to the heart of the matter. You're trying to figure out what actually is kind of truth and what's a lie, what's the cause and effect. So I see a lot of stuff happening on the mental plane for you, Aquarius. Okay, let's go into higher self, see what it has in store for you. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Judgment, and the Temperance. Judgment here is so much like your Justice. I feel like this is such a beautiful conversation between you and higher self in the sense that it's really acknowledging you at this time. It's acknowledging your need for your nurturing this idea, these new ideas, this new perception, this new perspective that's online. And I believe too, it's like with the Temperance and Judgment together, first of all, that's a beautiful pairing. And look at this card, by the way. That's something you can win if you enter the giveaway. It's the juggle and the balance between what you know and what you take away from the whole situation, and what you know to be true and authentic to yourself. Okay, it's like you nurturing the meaning through all of this. It's kind of like that saying, chew the meat and spit out the bones, okay? The meat is you. The meat is your authentic feelings towards it. It's how you're going to grow from this situation, this challenge. It's how you're going to move forward. It's how you're going to heal. And higher self just wants you to know that you have all of the energy and all of the wherewithal to grow from this, to come back to your inner calling, your inner vision, your inner guidance, come back to your inner guidance system. Really rely on intuition at this time. I know that, with all of these swords, we can kind of get lost in our heads about things. But it's showing you like you can renew and have come to a state of balance and renewal, like spiritual renewal, spiritual reformation. Give me more from higher self for Aquarius, please. Three of Wands, gorgeous, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I'm seeing that whatever's going to happen is going to happen swiftly. And higher self wants you to know that don't be afraid of it happening quickly, Aquarius, okay? Don't be afraid of it happening quickly. Don't be afraid of this feeling of your energies feeling scattered for a moment in order to come back to this unified place, okay? It might happen swiftly. It might happen with like it's like Eight of Wands is like putting yourself out there in all ways, shapes, and form and seeing what comes back to you. Okay, and Three of Wands is all about that expansion. It's all about the foresight. It's all about that planning and having the energy and the vision in mind to start planning, start expanding. Okay, so I see that with higher self, it wants to remind you of your capacity to expand, to release, but to also balance that nurturing spirit to you. Balance the nurturing spirit, balance the intuition with the logic, balance. There's just so much incredible balance in this line. Okay, and pentacles are all about what we can see. So this could be your immediate surroundings. This can be you really nurturing those. Maybe you felt that there was something that doesn't nurture you at this time, and it is tied to your feelings. And so you are really trying to figure out how to go about this healing. The Well is a card of healing. This is your current line I'm going back to. The Well is a card of healing. It's a card of where do we go to heal? Where is the inner wellspring of healing? And also it could be a card of surrender, of flow, of coming back to the healing waters. And I do want to show you too, Temperance. This is higher self. She's got her cups and she is passing back water back and forth, okay? So it's really you coming to that state of balance with your healing. And I think higher self too is telling you it might feel like your energies are overwrought or maybe a little overwhelming. Maybe it'll happen swiftly. Maybe expansion is what's needed and necessary for you. Maybe you need to go out there and spread your energies and then see what comes back. But that's all good things. That means that you are connected when you feel that way, it means that you are actually connected, okay? Connected to what? Connected to divinity, connected to higher self, connected to your soul in a way, and its innermost calling, okay? Because especially with the major arcana I'm seeing in both of these paths, I'm seeing that this is a very fated event. It's a big overarching theme, a big overarching lesson for you, Aquarius, that you're needing to learn at this time. So again, don't be afraid to let it go, see what comes back. And then we finally come into the unfolding, which is Ace of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Moon, which is so gorgeous, Aquarius. Because this Ace of Wands, this is you spreading the energies and seeing what's coming back. Ace of Wands wands are all about inspiration, inner drive, inner will, the vision, the foreplanning, the foresight, okay? Having the vision and then going out and doing. It's the fire energy. It's the will of the spirit, okay? And what I see with this Ace of Wands is just you totally, Ace of Wands is the growth, the germination, okay? It's you spreading your seed. I know this sounds weird, but this is what higher self wants you to do. If you feel that you are, it's like spreading the seed, seeing what comes back to you. Because look at, this is really a staff. It's more like a wand, obviously. But as you can see, there's growth. Okay, there's growth, and it's pointing up to the heavens. Obviously, it's kind of like a thumbs up from the heavens. And it's saying, anything you've cultivated, anything you've germinated even, it's a beautiful new beginning for you, Aquarius. It's a new way, a fresh perspective, and it's a fresh way to go out and do your thing, do what your innermost calling is, okay? And with Five of Swords, I love how it's still that acknowledgement of, well, swords are all mental plane energy. It's still that acknowledgement of surrender, of surrendering to what is, and still coming to this place of figuring out, what happened, how it happened. But there's a lot of acceptance to this card. See how he looks like he's accepting. He's putting down his swords. He's not fighting anymore. He's accepting, and he's figuring out where to go from here. And I love that coupled with the Ace of Wands, because that's all you coming to this like new space. That's you making room for new growth, new potential. It's like all the potential is at your fingertips with this line of the outcome. And then, of course, we get the Moon card, which is the release of fear. It's anything in the subconscious as well. So I do see you really digging deep. And I see you continuing the path, okay? The moon lights up the dark path, right, at night. And I see you continuing on your path and really having that deep inner wisdom, that deep inner knowing. And I see you using that as like a compass almost. Give me more for Aquarians for their outcome, please. Nine of Pentacles, gorgeous, and the Four of Swords. So we've got the Four and the Five of Swords, which tells me that four of anything, there's four legs to a table, there's four legs to a chair. Four of anything is the support, okay? There's no wobble with four. That is the basis. And Four of Swords is really coming back to that basis. Coming back to that basis, and then you're even taking it a step further with the surrender and the acceptance of the Five of Swords, okay? So with this, I see like regeneration, recuperation, coming back to that place of deep stillness, meditation. And the Five of Swords is you also coming to a place of acceptance with what is, but also holding a new vision, an entirely new vision, a new way. It's almost like I just keep seeing this, like this bubble being almost burst inside of you. And then it makes room for like the floods and comes in as all this different new stuff on their horizon. And the Nine of Pentacles, I mean, that's just a card of satisfaction. That's a card of completion, of really resting on your laurels and really realizing what you have, this place of gratitude, holding gratitude. And since it came out with the Four of Swords, it's like, to me, it's really about presence with you. It's going to be, at least. So you might have a flurry of activity, okay? And you might have this need now to move on from something, really. To move on from something, form anew. And I see you doing that, but then I also see you really nurturing your body, mind, and spirit through it. And that will obviously change your immediate surroundings. It couldn't not. Okay, Aquarius, really gorgeous read, really gorgeous path of the outcome as well. I'm going to go into my tarot sidekick here. And this isn't a tarot deck, but it will give us further questions and prompts to deepen the read. And we'll see where it wants to take my Aquarians today. What aspects of what shadow aspects of self am I not recognizing? Oh, that could also go along with your moon card, Aquarius. That's all shadow side. You know, that's all the subconscious, the things we dream about, the feelings we feel, you know, not during the day that need to come up and need to surface sometimes. So maybe that's why we're seeing the moon card appear in your outcome, because of maybe of this reading and maybe you accessing that part of you a little bit and showing you, really kind of showing you how you actually feel about things, getting to the truth of the matter, like I said in the beginning. That's going to help your way forward too. So let's see, what aspects of shadow are Aquarians not recognizing? I'm going to go into my cozy tarot deck here. And since we have a full potentiality of the tarot at our fingertips, I'm going to see and flex my intuitive muscle, see what comes out, okay? What aspects of shadow self, I can't get this, sentence right. What shadow aspects of self are Aquarians not recognizing? Okay, I'm going to say, maybe like a Seven of Swords, because you're maybe not knowing how to think about something, what to think about, maybe a Two of Swords. I'm also going to say maybe like a Chariot, that inner drive, that inner will, that inner stuff. Maybe you're feeling like right now you're not, and maybe I could see High Priestess or the Hermit. Maybe you're not connecting to those parts of you as much. You're staying really up in the mental plane. Let's see what we get. Two of Wands. Oh, interesting. The Empress. Okay. And the Queen of Cups. All right. Yeah. It's telling you got the King and the Queen of Cups here. Okay. You got the King and the Queen of Cups. This I'm seeing it as a tail, you know, dovetailing the present line. Okay. Because it's what shadow aspects of self am I not recognizing right now. Okay. So this isn't really a future thing. So I'm seeing kind of this L shape here. That's the way I'm viewing it. And it's attached to it. And you've got the King and Queen of Cups here, which is probably why, Aquarius, you got Seven of Pentacles in your line of higher self to remind you of that nurturing spirit, okay? The Queen of Cups is all kind of about self-care, honoring her emotions. She honors her emotions. She knows how to file emotions. She knows how to dig into her emotions, and she's not afraid of them. She also knows that her cup is always full, and so does he. But as I see this in the path of, you know, the conflict, I'm seeing that that's kind of necessary at this time. So maybe this is where you are needing to kind of put that nurturing spirit towards yourself, Aquarius, and form a way of honoring yourself, your emotions, as a way of self-care, because that's also an immediate surrounding situation. Think about it, okay? So the Empress too, same thing. It's that nurturing spirit. It's that nurturing spirit. Also beautiful that you got that with the Seven of Pentacles, because she's all about nurturing. And if you're not bringing these things up into the forefront, then, you know, that could be something that could be a block for you at this time. Okay, it doesn't mean it's always been a block. It doesn't mean it always is a block or it will be a block. It's just more so at this time. Okay, and this says there's beauty to be found in every experience. And the Empress card. Okay, I just see you coming to that place of gratitude and your outcome. I see you coming to that place of presence. And the Empress, she definitely has mastered nurturing, and she knows how to plant the seeds. She knows how to co-create. She knows how to nurture something to health, to total vitality. She is not codependent either. So there's not a codependency there, or too much of a codependency. She knows where she can get her help. She knows how to ask. She knows who to ask. She knows how to really stand on her own 2 feet, and really is in the flow and the surrender of healing and knowing how to nurture body, mind, and spirit. And then that extends to others too, okay? Two of Wands. I'm thinking too, with the Wands here, and you got 3 of Wands in your path of higher self, and an 8 of Wands in the path of higher self as well. I'm seeing that maybe the inner vision, the inner drive, the decisions for your future are really kind of stifled or blocked at this moment. And so it's such a nod to higher self. Or the higher self line is a nod to you at this time, telling you like, yeah, you've got these energies inside of you. Bring them forward, bring them up, cultivate them, because that's going to really make the changes for you. It's going to happen quick. And that's going to bring the room inside. You're not going to be stuck up all in your head trying to figure things out. So again, a very balanced line here of what you need to work on. Essentially, that's where your temperance comes in, and your judgment. So gorgeous, Aquarius. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. Such a lovely conversation. Such a lovely conversation. And really, the shadow aspects of self are these aspects that need to come to the forefront in us. We need to bring them from the subconscious we need to bring them from below the surface. We need to bring them from below the surface up to the conscious and bring them into the everyday. Okay, that's really what it's saying. Really gorgeous, Aquarius. Such a clear message for you. I'm going to go into my Oracle of the Angels at this time. And this is a love note from the universe, specifically for my Aquarians. And again, Aquarians, push subscribe. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. And it helps to support the channel and helps me to give you your weekly readings, which come out on Mondays. And enter the giveaway for these beautiful cards that you've been staring at for the past 25 minutes or so. It's just a name and email address. I promise no spamming. And you could win. I'm going to grab one lucky winner on the 28th of February, so the end of this month, okay? So get your name and email address in there. All right. What do we have? Receptivity. I can't make this up, Aquarius. Receptivity. That's what I've been seeing this entire time. It's almost like a vessel needs to be emptied out in order to fill, okay? In order to receive. That's really a message from higher self, a message from the angels, okay? Take time to still your mind and find your silence within. Dedicating even just a few minutes a day to quiet contemplation will help you become more receptive to the spirit of light that allows you to see clearly and find peace and harmony with the universe. I still my mind and open to the spirit of light that permeates all things. I am at one with the universe and I gratefully receive its blessings. Wow, Aquarius, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. It has been an utter delight and a pleasure and an honor. And until next time, joyful blessings.